It's not about the race.
That's what it really comes down to.
Millionaire, not multi-millionaire. Oh, yucky.
Yucky.
Welcome back to another episode of Care for Boys. Today we have Nick the Ear, professional Asian, with us.
Professional Asian.
Professional Asian?
Two-time professional Asian.
I don't think I'm that professional. But
We also have Mr. Jason Cheny, 6-time professional Asian.
That's about right. That's about right.
6-time award-winning Asian of the Year. Okay. So recently, you know, with the whole like love is blind thing, I think it kind of re-sparked a lot of the whole like anger between Asian guys and Asian girls. Namely, that Asian men are like pissed that they're being overlooked, you know, for whatever reason. But one thing I did notice is that in the comments of any of these topics or debates, whatever, as soon as someone like an Asian girl says, "I don't date Asians," as soon as an Asian girl says that,
Oxford study.
they just get so triggered and like pissed off that I wanted to just focus. We do talk about this topic every now and then, but I want to focus on just that, just the girl that says, "I don't date Asians," and what that actually means to you, because I feel like the what's out there is just the most angry person will just clap back, and it's like a landslide of Asian dudes being like, "You self-hating motherfucker," blah blah blah. So like, what exactly do you think when an Asian girl says that?
Like what do I think the person that's angered?
Or like, how does it actually make you feel? Does it make you feel anything? Does it make you feel?
Me personally, I'm like, anyone could have whatever preferences. So to me, I'm like, okay, this guy likes black girls, this guy likes white girls. To me, that's just your personal preference. So to me, it doesn't affect me, even if I was single, because I'm like, if you don't like me, then we'll never date. I'll go date someone else. That's how I feel.
That these girls are saying it, insinuating it in a tone that makes Asian men feel like the lower choice.
I think if they already feel that themselves, it's going to trigger that.
Yeah.
But if they don't feel that themselves, they'll just see it as a preference, because I've never seen a hot ass Asian girl say that either. The hottest Asian girls I've seen, I've never seen them say, I don't like Asian guys. It's always like some busted ass Asian girl anyways. Like, have you ever seen fucking like Sasha Singleton saying I don't date Asian guys, or Francine D, or you know what I mean? Like
They probably date mostly. Yeah.
they don't. I've never heard any of those chicks say that. Misa Camp,
Kelly Hugh.
yeah, like I've never heard any of those chicks
I don't know.
say that.
I think what the guys that are pissed about this, what they're pissed about is the safe hatredness of it. Yeah. So like, there's a segment of like, there's this archetype of an Asian girl who's like, oh, I don't want to date Asian guys because it's like dating my brother. And then a lot of people from outside, like Mexican or white, they're like, I've never really heard that, but Asian girls say that. So only Asian girls say shit like, oh, ew, like that's like incestual. But that's really weird if you think about it, right? Because like that, you're talking about millions of people out there. Is your brother?
We're all related though.
But I kind of understand it, not in the way where like I love Asian girls and I always dated them. But the brother aspect, I understand it, because the first time I went to Japan, I felt a connection to everybody there. So if these girls grew up in like, they were the only Asian family, right? Like I was the only Japanese family on my block or whatever. And then when I went to my association of Japanese people is my extended family, like my church, my relatives. So they were familiar, right? But everyone I went to school with was like black or Mexican. So the outside world or whatever was not Japanese. When I went to Japan, I'm like, yo, you kind of look like my aunt. And you kind of, so then you start making these associations of you're too familiar. And then the girls were cute, but they started feeling like, maybe you're more like a cousin. I don't know. Like, so I kind of get it to a certain extent. But then what I don't get is the disgust. Like sometimes these bitches be talking like, ew. And I'm like,
That's just some young kid shit though.
like, who are you picturing? The fucking, like, are you picturing the Chinese cook that's outside smoking a cigarette and going, like, yeah, that's ew. But when we say Asian guys, we hope you're thinking about the handsome one, not the guy that's doing that.
I think when girls are doing that, that's doing too much. I think that looks like, you know what it feels like? It feels like when, like if that girl wants a guy to like her, that he thinks Asians are like that. So she's trying to be like, I'm one of you. I also don't like them. You know what I mean? I'm like, that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Like, why do you got to go that far?
Yeah, I know. I did a pretty deep dive on this, and I talked about it for like an hour on my channel, because at the end of the day, what I realized is like whatever happens outside and she doesn't like you, why the fuck does that matter? Even if she has a hate and disgust toward Asians, that's her like self-hatred to deal with. It's not the consensus for all Asian women. It's a small fragment of like, it's kind of, to me, it's like kicking down, right? Like if I find an incel Asian guy, it's hard for me to kick down on him because I feel like he's pathetic. Yeah. Same with the Asian girl that hates herself so much. I'm like, you're already in so much pain.
And you're busted, like Bart said.
And it's like, okay, so why do I have to like correct you or beat you for that? Okay. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like she's already in a pathetic state.
That's why I think it's the dude that's hella triggered, and then that thing like set that off.
Yeah.
Because if you were to think about it logically, if you say you'll never date any Asian guys, you're also pretty much saying your mom made the wrong choice with your dad, right? Like if you're really trying to break it down logically, if that's how you feel, like you would be like, hey mom, why did you date an Asian guy? I would never date an Asian guy. You dated Asian.
Gross, mom. Why'd you date dad?
Yeah, that's like, disgusting. Yeah, exactly, right? So it's like
there's some merit to that because I do. Like if you associate negative triggers with your father or men in your family because of something happened or whatever. Because I was talking to this Latin girl and she could speak Korean, and then she's like, for some reason, when Korean guys get mad or angry or whatever, it doesn't trigger me. But when I hear a man speak Spanish and get angry, it triggers me because my dad was abusive. So she's like, that's why I have a clean slate with Asian men or other guys, because we could get into arguments and it doesn't hurt me as much. But she's like, if I date a Latino guy and then he starts yelling, like it's like too much attached to my father.
That's kind of what Tiff says.
Yeah.
That's a lot of her mindset. So like she used to always say to me, like, I would never date a Latin guy, a Latino man, just because of all like the negative associations of
all the Latin incels are gonna get so pissed if they ever see that in a comment.
But yeah, you think about that, like how many Latin incels are there? Like I don't really see that.
Not as many Asian incels.
But we're also not in those spaces.
That's true.
There's way more
But
Asian
I
incels.
feel like in every race, you're always going to get a group of people that will say something like, oh, I don't want to date my own kind because it reminds me of
I've heard it from black people, white people.
Everywhere. So it's also like what Bart was saying, is like you can't really take it that personal. It's a human thing. It's not a race thing. It's a human nature type of thing, right? So, and I feel like growing up too, I used to think like, oh, I grew up with not that many Asian girls or people really. So like for me, anytime I saw an Asian girl, it just reminded me of my fucking sisters. You know what I mean? So growing up, I just kind of was like, I'm not really as attracted to Asian girls. It doesn't mean I'm not attracted to Asian girls completely. It was just,
but he hasn't acquired a taste.
Exactly.
You're not saying ew about it.
Yeah, my preference happened to be, my wife or whatever. Yeah, pupusas or whatever, right? Because that's what I was around. That's what I knew. That's what I feel comfortable with.
I like all titties.
Exactly, but when it comes down to it, that's the real answer. It's like, yeah, it's all fair game, whatever. But it's just like a weird thing that we do in our head, especially when we're young and we think we kind of got to figure it out. So we say things like, "Oh, I would never date Asian guys," blah 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 blah. Sure, but in a couple years, she might look back and be like, "Man, I was tripping. I probably shouldn't have been saying all that."
You know what the funny thing is when you have the dichotomy of like you have the girl saying, "Ew, I don't date Asians," and you have the guy saying, "You motherfucker." So those two people, right? Yeah. I find it hard to believe that either of them is satisfied with their dating life.
Yeah, 100%.
She has that chip on her shoulder because of something that happened. He's got that chip because he can't date anybody.
I think they need to fuck.
They just combine. I'm like, if I can get some.
If they fucked, they'd have fucking fireworks and they'd be coming like crazy.
Yeah. What do you think, Jason?
About what?
About Asian women that say, "Ew, I don't date Asian guys." Ew. Let's say that you're on stage and you have a heckler going, "Ew, Asian guys. I would never date an Asian guy."
From an Asian person?
Yeah.
From busted ass Asian fucking chick.
Busted ass one?
Yeah, because usually it is.
Busted, yeah.
Yeah, that's sad. Do you know what I mean?
That's really sad.
Because it's not like, it's like from objective, like societal standards of beauty. If they're really busted, then maybe if she's in another place that
with less gravity.
Yeah, then maybe that's better. But then, yeah.
But you know what's weird to me too is like it's only in America that we're the same kind.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
If we all grew up in the Philippines, Japan, like, and if you dated someone like a Japanese dated a Filipino, that's interracial. Or like that's mixing.
Are there mainland Chinese people in China saying this? Ooh, Asian.
Oh, Chinese.
Don't date them. Asian.
Chinese are way too practical. Oh, poor guy.
Yeah.
It's not about the race.
That's what it really comes down to.
Millionaire, not multi-millionaire. Oh, yucky.
Yucky.
Yeah.
It is weird though, but I do think going back to kind of Nick's point, like I didn't know how attractive Asian women were until high school because they develop a little bit later. Their fashion and stuff isn't like they don't have the freedom until high school, so they look younger. Where like most of my Latino and Black,
They also don't flirt. They don't flirt till way later.
so you don't know if they like you. So like yeah, like you're already like flirting and dating and then like
Latinas move faster with flirting in those ages.
if they like you, they'll tell you. And then I'm pretty sure on the flip side, that's probably the same for Asian girls experiencing like Mexican guys or white guys. Like they're getting courted when Asian guys are not even playing the game yet.
Yeah. We're late bloomers.
So they might just,
I feel like I was a late bloomer, dude.
But I think it's acquiring the taste, right? So then in high school, I moved to an Asian neighborhood and I'm like, God dang, there's so many fucking cute girls here. What the fuck? Like we didn't have this. And then you start talking to them and then you start dating and all that. But I just think people that probably say that, I highly guarantee they did not grow up in an Asian neighborhood.
Really?
Because like, I wasn't like that, but I knew some people in a white neighborhood that were like that, where they wanted to be the token, like Asian guy. They didn't, like, they were so, like, what do you call it? Defensive of their identity of I'm the Asian one here. Yeah. And then I'm like, it's not that special, bro.
Right.
'Cause I'm
Okay.
like-
Their tokenism.
Yeah, because we're around so many already that, like, you can have your personal identity. Like, you're the funny one. Yeah. You're the whatever. Okay. Imagine if your identity is you're the Asian one. You don't even get a personality trait. You're just the fucking race.
That sucks.
Yeah. So I think some of these.
Done that, brother.
That was you, right?
Yeah. I talked about it before. Like on my yearbook, it would be like whatever attribute they attribute to me, and then like Asian. You're my favorite Asian or whatever the fuck. So they'd always just bring it up, the fact that I'm Asian.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah.
So you're the one that is 4-time Asian of the year.
Yeah, my school I was. Maybe not. I had some good competition.
Girls, right? They're like the Asian one, and they're like, I want to stand out. Well, I don't want to fucking be with the Asian guy.
Duality thing.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know.
I feel like they grew up in a world like that where they're the ones that are seeing the hierarchy more than, other people.
But at the end of the day, we all know how difficult it is to maintain a relationship. So why limit yourself? Like, why you gotta hate on other people? If that's what she wants, that's what she fucking wants. Let her do that.
And you don't know where you're going to end up. Yeah. Like whether you like what you like or whatever, you could just end up with something you didn't expect. It doesn't mean that's the only thing you ever liked, you know?
But the self-hatred shit, like, just keep that to yourself.
Yeah.
I think every grade my crush was different.
Oh, player.
They didn't like me back. But every yeah.
That's just your crush. Okay.
Player. He just crushes a lot, baby.
But have you guys met anyone at all, though, that says, like, I don't date whatever?
Says that.
Like a real life person.
Not in our 30s.
Not like a real life person.
In our 20s, baby.
Yeah, back in the day I did.
Not anymore. You don't really hear anybody's talking like that.
Like, not in real life, only in video clips and stuff
That's
like
why
that.
I think it's so age dependent. Like, I remember, I used to say shit like that when I was in my 20s, bro.
Yeah, who knows? I've probably said every possible sentence on earth.
100%.
Because I think by the time you're 30, you're way more practical. Like, I want someone that doesn't have debt,
Yeah.
has a good credit score, is good with their family. I don't give a fuck what their ethnicity is.
Preferably Latina.
Extremely Latina.
Yeah, if you're like seeking out races a little bit, it's a little funny business, I think, in general. Like, I only date this. It's a little like, all right, man, relax.
Have all of you dated all different races?
It's none of your fucking business, Jason Cheny.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Yeah, horny guy. Stop trying to think of us sexually.
Oh.
The only two I never dated, but I wish I did, was Indian and Black.
Oh.
I had crushes on both.
Indian. Yeah, I missed that whole train.
I just never had access. The one chick I did talk to in college that was Indian, she was so set on fucking arranged marriage that it was like
So close to Little India.
But back
I know,
then, he
Artesia,
couldn't.
right? Yeah,
he couldn't
yeah.
penetrate the community.
Cream of the crop.
and,
way.
and the younger we were, I think I was able to. Like in like 5th or 6th grade.
Yeah,
Because I
gotta
think
get it early.
'cause I think
dude.
everyone is
Gotta buy it
because I think
low.
everyone is what is it called? You're way more open minded when you're a kid.
That's true. Yeah.
Those family like values are not really instilled like late until later on. But yeah, we had a bunch of Indian in the schools I went
It
to.
almost feels nostalgic whenever you see that same dilemma pop up in the comments because it's like you've heard it in so many different forms your whole life.
Fucking doing that shit.
Still fighting about it. And it's just like, until you know what everyone's personal situation is in their dating life, then you can't really, because if that's part of it, then it's completely swayed by that opinion,